There's a very important little part of the engine which is very closely tied with the intake system. That is the PCV valve, or the positive crankcase ventilation valve. And so now that we've got the air intake installed, and before we bolt down the cam cover, we need to talk about crankcase ventilation. If we take a look at the engine that we've assembled so far, it's completely airtight and everything will be sealed up once this cam cover is bolted on. So there's a plug in the oil drain hole, the oil pan is sealed to the block with a gasket, we've got the main oil seal at the back here, we've got the front oil seal on the nose, we've got the oil sender and the oil filter, the head gasket that seals the head to the block, and then once this cam cover is bolted down, the internals of the engine would be completely airtight and sealed up. Now, we're not talking about the cylinders and the combustion chambers here, but the actual case of the engine, the passageways and the chambers where the oil flows. Now, that airtightness would be a big problem for us. Why? Well, remember when we talked about the pistons and the piston rings, and there were small gaps between the rings? On the combustion stroke, there's an insane pressure of hot gases that fill the cylinder, and inevitably, a bit of those gases is going to sneak past the rings and down into the crankcase. Now, this gas that escapes the cylinders is called blow-by gas, and it's full of nasty, unfiltered, hot exhaust gases and contaminants. Now, these blow-by gases will cause pressure to build up inside the engine, and if everything was sealed up, the pressure would have to escape somehow, and so it's going to blow out of the engine past the gaskets and the seals. Somewhere it's going to make its way out. And aside from the pressure buildup, those blow-by gases are bad because they condense, they cause sludge, and they contaminate the engine oil. So the blow-by gases need ventilating out of the engine. Up until the 60s, engineers vented the engine with an open pipe that came off the top of the engine and it hung down under the car into the slipstream, into the airstream. And the draft from moving up the road would suck the gases out of the crankcase along that pipe, and an inlet somewhere on the engine would allow fresh air to sweep through the case. Now, the problem with that was that these gases were super polluting, real nasty gases, worse than exhaust gases, full of hydrocarbons, unburnt fuel and other nasties. And if the vehicle wasn't moving, then there was no slipstream to ventilate the engine. Now, in the early 60s, there was some research that showed that about half of the hydrocarbons coming from engines were being caused by the ventilation of the crankcase. So from the 60s onwards, emissions rules have steadily tightened, and now all gas engines use what's known as positive crankcase ventilation, or PCV systems. The innovation of a PCV system was to pull the blow-by gases out of the engine and reroute them into the air intake instead of just out into the atmosphere. This way, any unburned hydrocarbons and fuels have a second chance at being burned, and the gases are then sent along the exhaust through the catalytic converter like normal exhaust gases. The PCV system on this engine is pretty typical. On the cam cover, we have two hoses. One takes the blow-by gases into the intake manifold, and the other side we have a hose that pulls a supply of clean fresh air from the intake piping here after the air filter, so it's already been filtered. That pulls fresh clean air along this pipe into the opposite side of the cam cover. A valve is fitted between the cam cover and the inlet manifold, and this is the critical PCV valve. It's a check valve made up of a ball or a plunger held against a seat by a spring. Now, the valve uses the difference in pressure between the inlet manifold and the crankcase to control when blow-by gases are recirculated. And the PCV valve also prevents any gas from the inlet manifold, the intake manifold, which is air and fuel, from being pulled into the crankcase, which is exactly the opposite of what we want. We don't want fuel pulled into the crankcase and contaminating the oil. So that's the broad operation of this system. Fresh air being pulled into one side of the engine and dirty gas pulled out of the other. Now, the engine block is filled with oil mist, and we don't want to send oil into the combustion chamber. It's going to cause poor running and it's going to build up carbon, plus it's wasting oil and putting out nasty emissions. So on all fronts, a terrible idea. So before the blow-by gases leave the engine, we need to separate out any oil vapor. That's the job of the oil separators. That's a system of baffles and chambers that are used to separate the oil from the gases. And once separated, the oil drops back into the engine block and the gas can be recirculated. If you take a look at the underside of the cam cover, you can see that we've got 3 boxes here, 3 chambers, which contain some various baffles and holes, and those act as oil separators on this setup here. So on this side of the engine, through this inlet pipe here, this is where air is pulled into the engine from the fresh air side. So the air comes into this chamber, makes its way through here. Incidentally, these chambers are sealed up, so they have tops on like this, and the air makes its way in through this hose, along through this chamber, into this other chamber on this side. Where's the hole? Very small hole down here, it's quite hard to see. Makes its way into this chamber and then into the engine. And that prevents any oil or nasties from the actual crankcase itself making their way into the intake manifold of the engine, ideally. And on the other side, so once the fresh air has come in and it's in the engine, if you imagine we're upside down here, so this is the engine here, the crankcase, then we've got fresh air coming in through this hose, comes out through this outlet on the chamber. On the other side and disconnected, we have another chamber. This one is sealed up again with another cover, which has an opening here, and the oil would be separated by this system of baffles as the air makes its way through here, slows down on its way through this chamber. The oil will drop out, land hopefully on the underside of this lid, and then drop down back into the crankcase. So, oil separators. Now, other engines have different systems for this. Sometimes an oil separator is a separate part to the engine, and I know that on BMWs they use a small, kind of like a cyclone, to spin out the particles of oil. But whatever the method is, we need to separate the oil particles from air in order to recirculate that air back around. PCV valve can become gunked up and fail, either by sticking open or by sticking closed. And if oil seems to be disappearing from the engine and there's no sign of a leak, then a faulty PCV valve is a possibility. You can pull them off. If you give it a shake, you should hear the plunger or the ball inside moving around. So that's the PCV system. It's a constant circulation of fresh air into the crankcase and a flow of nasty vapours from blow-by gases from the crankcase through the PCV valve here and into the intake manifold back into the cylinders where it's burned in the combustion process. The PCV system reduces pressure in the crankcase and burns up all the nasty polluting hydrocarbons that get past the piston rings.